Yeah, Carson Wentz. All right, we did.
Yeah, Carson Wentz. Stay off Instagram with shit like that. Don't bring back
Yeah,
memories of you as an Eagle.
people are gonna shy away from it. All
Hopefully he's
right.
not one of the quarterbacks on quarterback.
Nobody, yeah, nobody
That
wants
would be
to.
funny to watch an unemployed person for a year.
Should we?
Yeah,
Watch
yeah.
That
let
would,
him slowly give up week by week.
I mean, at the rate in which they're going with the quarterbacks, he might be their only option.
slowly Carson Wentz like slowly dying on the inside week
Episode 6, he's got a gut and a PlayStation controller.
after.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the
You
Bible
look for a
tells
job
me
today,
so.
Carson? Fuck off.
I mean, he got enough money from. He fine.
Yeah.
Jesus loved him enough. Oh,
Jesus loved him.
Jesus, hey, love that bank account of his.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. Nobody wants to follow Patrick Mahomes in Netflix quarterback.
Well,
How could you?
it seems like a rough job. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, they asked him, and he's like, this is only I'm only going into my second year. It wouldn't be
I mean,
right.
not pretty much, yes.
Well, the Urban Meyer year doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Nobody counts it.
Doesn't
That
count.
actually sent him further back. Some may consider this his rookie year again, which is an NFL record for most rookie years by one quarterback.
Urban Meyer sent him back to college, and he got to the playoffs. So.
He sent him back to fucking freshman year of college almost.
No, he at least redid his rookie year, right?
Yeah.
He did his rookie year.
Dougie P put him on that
well.
express train
So,
to start him.
I get that. I get why no quarterback quite like that, like unproven quarterback, would want to do this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Be hard to do. I mean, I've tried to think of 3 people to do it. I mean, obviously, last year I wouldn't have picked Marcus Mariota to be somebody to watch, and it turned out I would have been right because he was not worth watching.
Yes,
Maybe they'll slim it down and only focus on 2 quarterbacks, which wouldn't be a bad thing
really
because
could, if they find the right 2, though. What if it's hard to?
I mean, last time they just kind of found 2 and then a third guy to take time away that they could have spent focusing on the other 2.
The other 2, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Marcus Mariota, like nothing against the guy. He seemed like a nice dude, but like the most boring person in the NFL, I'd say. There was nothing. And
I wonder too, like if anybody, like if they had footage of other quarterbacks last year and they were just like, this was too boring, like there's no storyline here, or if the team at the end of the day shut it down because of whatever.
Nah.
Because it sounds like Peyton Manning gave the teams and the player like a lot of leeway with what they were allowed to say, no, you can't put this in.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah,
because you're going throughout the season.
I think the problem is that they just blew their load season 1.
Yeah,
like you did the best quarterback in the world and he won the Super Bowl. Like, how do you follow that?
Nah, I mean you have to land somebody like Joe Burrow, but now with him dealing with
I don't know.
I don't think you win a Super Bowl, but I think that's your best competition if you got him or Josh Allen to say yes.
He has enough personality to carry you.
I agree. I'd say an interesting one would be maybe like a Colt McCoy if they do go with the 3 quarterback method with the Cardinals, because I really want an up close and personal look at the 0-17 Cardinals.
Yes, we all know you need that sex appeal. You got to go Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
You gotta get Jimmy G.
Jimmy G's the Kirk Cousins.
Even if he's not that interesting, he's gonna be nice to look at, and
Jimmy G and Derek Carr.
Take that into account too if you're wanting those views.
Yeah,
I'd like to see Josh Allen too.
Josh Allen, Derek Carr, Jimmy G.
I mean, if you have Jimmy G and Derek Carr, you're kind of having 2 very similar-ish. I feel like I don't. Okay,
but they're also. But the cool thing about them is they're both that quarterback. They fit both the mold of a Kirk Cousins and a Marcus Mariota. Because they both have had like Jimmy G. Sneaky's gonna back me up 100% when I lay this out because it's gonna make so much sense. Jimmy G has been very successful on the football field with his team. His team has had success with him out there.
He's taking his team to his.
He hasn't gotten a credit similar to Kirk Cousins for the success that his team has had. Not as much as Jimmy G has had, but this is probably also Jimmy G's last shot in the NFL.
Jimmy G doesn't
Like
have
Marcus-
Kirk Cousins probably has better stats. Overall,
Yeah. But
know?
Jimmy G shines way better in prime time and in the playoffs. When those
Yeah.
bright lights hit, he's able to will his team to win. It's almost Tebow-esque with how poorly he throws the ball and still finds a way to win sometimes.
It's great.
Uh,
Did it like 6 times in a playoff game and won or something like that. Right? Some
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. I
I think
mean,
he didn't even hit 10 completion or 10 attempts maybe,
yeah.
and they like blew out the Packers. Right, that was the first thing. Anyways, just
Yeah, so
ran
I'm
all
just-
over. It's
You
insane.
know, like those, I think they'd be interesting because, like Jimmy G, we'd also get his deal with his injury saga because he's always hurt. And how he goes about preparing to stay hurt.
Mhm.
Derek Carr, you know, he would give us a different twist because he's a quarterback in his first year with a new team, back with the
Jimmy G-
coach that drafted him. It'd be a different
Jimmy G
take.
is 2. Jimmy
What's
G's first. Jimmy G's
Yeah.
first team, first year.
Yeah, but I'm feeling like we'll see Derek Carr longer in this series than we will Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Once Jimmy G
mean-
gets hurt, he probably isn't gonna be on there much.
Probably, probably right.
Like a Marcus Mariota, once he got hurt, he was
He got
just
benched. It
yeah,
was
he
like-
got benched on the
and
show.
that's Marcus Mariota.
Yeah. So and you know Jimmy G isn't gonna be in the most stable situation for winning. So
Yeah, I don't know. They probably don't go after Jimmy G because he's constantly injured in the first place. So
no, and I agree. It would just be interesting.
maybe be funnier if they got Deshaun Watson.
Oh God.
Nothing but a chorus of boos.
That one would legit be interesting as fuck. To see how that guy lives with what he did.
Yeah, I don't want to watch him
No, I wouldn't watch it.
No, nobody. Yeah, that would
present
just.
himself positively at all.
Such
What about
bad-
Dangerous? What about Dangerous?
Dangerous? I would watch. Just that would be.
Do you think
too
they'd put
fun.
him?
That should be too.
Sean Payton would shoot that shit down in a second. Imagine if
That's,
Never let
Imagine-
it
if Sean Payton shoots down all this other shit Russell Wilson did last year just to allow him to do the quarterback show. Holy shit, that would be fucking hilarious.
You'll also never see Mac Jones.
No. Do we want to?
No.
Talk about fucking snooze fest.
Yeah, and maybe that's a
Like
problem.
Corkle.
Eventually, you run out of interesting names.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, I
Tua
think you
could
probably eventually just have to start doing it like with rookie.
Tua,
But man,
Tua,
as a
Tua
rookie,
could-
you probably want to do it even less.
yeah,
oh,
you're just getting acclimated to the league.
do not do that. Do not. They shouldn't. They should not try to.
Let's
Um,
make it the Patrick Mahomes season 2 then.
Yeah.
How can all right? I mean, it would be. I don't think you can't really follow up that season. You're like, oh, I have to win league MVP and Super Bowl MVP. Like,
Hey,
Yeah.
like it's not like even Patrick Mahomes is like, okay, that one's gonna be tough to one up, guys. You got like,
it's Pat and Travis. It's the Dukes of Hazard, man. Like they're
you
gonna.
know, he's like, I led the league in like every passing stat, and then won. I did all the individual and team things.
What if
Oh,
it's Aaron
all of
Rodgers?
them.
What if they do Aaron Rodgers and they're already them and Hard Knocks are filming at the same
That would
time?
actually make a lot of sense.
Why not? You already filming?
Yeah,
Them
you
being
already.
mad- them being mad about Hard Knocks would just be like cover.
Yeah. Because he's doing both. New
Just to
quarterback
fuck
and a
with
big.
everyone.
Yeah.
Would just fuck.
It's because we've heard all we've heard of the people who said no, which is right now Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence are the most recent that I've seen.
Well, everybody's gonna have to say that they turned it down.
Yeah. So Because Josh Allen, quote unquote, doesn't want any outside distractions because there's enough internal ones. They don't want any out external
believe-
ones entering.
I believe nothing that comes out of the Buffalo Bills' mouths at this point. Like
Okay.
No. So
the offseason they've had.
yeah, it's,
Definitely
everything's fine. It's going
totally
okay.
cool with Stephon Diggs.
We're doing great. I promise. I'm not jumping through a table. You're jumping through a
Through a
table.
Everybody jump through a table.
On a count of 3.
Alright, yeah, so, I mean, they'll get someone, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
hopefully at least 1 or 2 extras. 'Cause you never know. You don't know you're gonna get a guy who's just like, he's a quarterback, not like a personality, he's not,
Yeah, and I
he's
mean,
not he didn't get all the accolades that year, so his season wasn't particularly interesting. So there's nothing to like,
yeah.
it's kind of like Hard Knocks, like, sometimes you get the Detroit Lions,
And
Uh,
most
but
of the
like-
time you get the fucking
the Arizona Cardinals,
God damn, that was
you
so
know,
bad. That
like
was so fucking bad.
it's, yeah. So
At least they had JJ Watt announce his retirement, so they had something interesting happen. And Kyler, no, that was boring as shit. Seeing Colt McCoy and
I mean,
McSorley.
Should we go on to
McSorley threw the ball McPoorly.
very McPorley?